welcome back to my channel. It's your girl BK Naturally here. Today I'm starting off an early morning wash day. I want to say it's like 10:20 or something in the morning, so you guys can clearly see I haven't started my day yet, but I did want to start the process on camera with you, starting from the pre-poo, and I'm going to be doing, I guess, a wash and go. It's Sunday, and even though it's like Sunday is supposed to be a relaxing day, I think I want to get out and do some stuff today. So wash and goes kind of provide the opportunity to get my hair done relatively quickly. I use the word relatively because it's still going to take about maybe 2 hours or so, 2 to 3 hours. I guess that's better than, you know, trying to do a style and it's taking me like 6 or 7, then I won't be able to do anything. So I'm going to start the process by taking down my hair. We're starting with when did I do my hair? Oh my goodness. I did my hair last Friday. That was the 19th. That was actually my birthday. So yes, I did my hair last Friday in preparation for going out. So I did do a day 4 refresh on the wash and go. So my refresh, I actually co-wash. I don't re-detangle or anything like that. I just co-wash, give it a good rinse, and then I reapply the same product. So I'm not like deep conditioning all over it or anything when I do the refresh. So today is, I guess, what, day 9? Day 9 of, dang, I should have had my mirror too. Day 9 of this wash and go. And this is what we're looking like, you know. If you guys want to see like a week in my wash and go and how I maintain this to get this kind of definition on day 9, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to film that for you. But yeah, so this is what we're working with. This is where we're starting. I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair into 4 sections. I find that sectioning it off does make it a little bit easier, more so for, I guess, like the detangling process than anything else. And it keeps me from like pulling my hair out. I think I'm a little aggressive with my hair, which is something I know I have to change because we don't want to, you know, stress our tresses. But it is something that I'm getting better at, not being so aggressive, and I find that, you know, my hair is starting to play a lot nicer with me when I'm not so like rough with her. And I say play nice, I mean that means like when I do my actual wash day, you know, my hair is not excessively tangled. You know, it doesn't take a lot to actually detangle my hair, and she cooperates, you know, she makes it pretty easy for me, even though I still have a time-consuming wash day. So, if you don't have your drink, grab a drink. I'm working with my coffee because it's pretty early. This is kind of how I start my days every day. Coffee, I may have a little snack with it. Usually, at the time I'm drinking coffee, it's like a little either too early to eat breakfast, or, you know, I just haven't gotten to breakfast yet, so I haven't eaten breakfast yet, but I'm gonna enjoy this. I have like a little piece of Danish that I'm gonna enjoy in between, but essentially what we're going to be doing is what we're going to be doing to start, I'm going to be using this moknowshair Scalp and Curl Clarifier to kind of prep my scalp and start my pre-poo process. I think, and I don't know if my whole video will go up before or after this video, but I did do a whole video where I showed where I purchased this product. I ordered my normal pre-poo, which is like the African Pride pre-shampoo, but it's not going to be here until Monday. Yeah, it's not going to be here until Monday. So I did need something, and that's what they had in the store when I went to Sally's, so I just picked that up. Usually I pre-poo every single wash day. Since I started pre-pooing, you know, again, I think that's one of the things that has helped my hair play a lot nicer with me, and I appreciate that because I don't want her mad at me. She doesn't want me mad at her. Like, that just doesn't go together, that dynamic, right? So we play along to get along, and that's how it's been going. So I have my Prepoo that I start with. On occasion, I do use the Olaplex 3, the protein strengthening Prepoo, which it's due time for me to actually do that. So I think not this wash day, but like the next wash day, I will actually use that product too. When I say two, I will use that product because it's been a little while since I've had like a focused like protein, excuse me, I've had a focused protein strengthening treatment or Prepoo. So I think I'm going to do that next wash day. Getting mixed up because I don't want to do it when I'm going to clarify, because that makes, that doesn't make sense, right? And when I typically try to clarify is like the first week of the month. So I will be choosing, I guess, between clarifying and the protein. And it probably would make more sense to do the clarifying wash first and then do the protein that after, so that, you know, in the weeks coming, I don't have to worry about like taking away or stripping the hair of, I guess, the treatment, if that makes sense. So good. So let's get into this Prepoo. So this is my first time using any moknowshair product, and you know, I think I said in the haul that I don't have experience with it, but you know, I've seen a lot of I guess not so good reviews about the overall product line. It's very rare when I actually see like a full-on just good review for it, but I will say the one thing that I have noticed in some of the videos that I've seen, the Scalp and Curl Clarifier, regardless of how I guess anyone feels about the line, they say this product in particular does work pretty well. So I'm hoping that it works well for me. Curly girl struggles here. Trying not to create any knots in my hair. Yeah, so when I section, I'm not doing anything special with the sections. I'm just pulling the hair apart. You know, different when if I'm styling, you know, I always want to make sure like that I part my hair clean and neat, so I'm not pulling or snagging any hairs. I will say be careful with this too though, because even though I'm not like parting, you know, you can, if you plan to detangle like this too, you actually can pull your hair out if there are like just way too many hairs that don't belong in the section. So I do try to be careful with that also, because it's easy for me to pull out a hair that just doesn't belong, and it'll start to snag or pull like really hard. And I have a lot of product buildup too, so I do throughout the week, I do refresh my products just a little bit where needed. So sometimes, like, yes, you will get that product buildup. So even though my hair is not necessarily like showing like any like, I guess, great like white buildup, but it's there. Like, it's there if you take like a close look. You know, you can't see it from like the naked eye, but it's definitely there. So what does this say? This says directions: before washing, apply to scalp and massage into lather, wet hair and smooth lather through curls, rinse and follow with curl hydrator shampoo. So I won't be using the curl hydrator shampoo. The products that I actually have with me where I am, I'm going to be using the Shea Moisture, Manuka, and Mafora shampoo and detangling conditioner. And then for my, actually, and deep conditioner. And then for like styling, I will probably use my Camille Rose coconut water hydration leave-in, as well as the style setter. And then I'm going to be setting it all together with the kinky curly styling gel. So let's get this in here. Did I open that up? Yep, I did. Now, one thing I will say, and I probably should have brought them up here too, like during the early process of washing my hair, I actually do use gloves, because one of the characteristics of my hair is frizz, which you can see. and I try everything possible to minimize the frizz. You know, that's just one of the characteristics of my hair. And I will actually be doing a video on how I characterize and type my hair. So definitely stay tuned for that. If that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know down below in the comments. Okay, this has like a pretty pleasant smell. I don't know what I think it smells like as of right now, but it's definitely not overwhelming. Like, I feel like one of the things I keep hearing in the reviews is that the smell itself for the products are like overwhelmingly fragrant. It does smell like cologne though, I will say that. It smells like men's cologne. But I don't necessarily find it overpowering. So my hair goals, essentially, part of the reason I started this particular channel is I was in the process of like my hair journey. I've been natural for now, like, and I'll say since the big chop for 7 years. And throughout that, obviously, you know, we all go through ups and downs in our hair journeys. I've had multiple instances where I've had to like cut my hair and I don't want to say start over, but you know, my hair grew significant amounts, and then I ended up having to cut it off because I wasn't necessarily taking the best care of it. So I think like my biggest fail as a natural, I don't know if this was like early 2019 or late 2018. I feel like it might have been like early 2019. No, maybe it was 2018. I had like just given up and neglected my hair for like months. I was washing it, yes. I was even deep conditioning. I just was not like detangling and actually doing my hair. And I think I waited about a good, I don't know, 3 to 4 months before I attempted to detangle. And girl, when I say I had to have my boyfriend like cut out pieces of my hair because my hair was so tangled that like there was no excuse for it. It was bad. So, you know, after that and I'll say part of that, you know, I was going through some things where I just wasn't well either. So it was really challenging to do anything that wasn't like bare necessity. So after that, you know, I had started kind of evaluating what I wanted to do and what I really wanted from the hair journey. And, you know, it took me some time to really, I guess you can say, commit to what it is I wanted for my hair and, you know, what I was willing to put into it in order to get that. And I will say, honestly, it took me up until about October, November of 2019 to really say, okay, this is what I want from my hair journey, and I'm going to commit to actually doing that. So that was when I decided that I really wanted to start focusing on like growth and growing my hair to like waist length, and then really making sure that my hair was healthy, you know, that there was a steady routine in place that, you know, my hair could look forward to and know, you know, what was going to happen week to week. And then also just to make my life easier, I guess, because when you have a routine and your hair is, you know, used to doing certain things at a specific time frame, it actually gets easier to do. So making my life easier and really focusing on that growth, those are the things that I decided I wanted to do. And since then, I've designated, you know, and committed to keeping a weekly routine where I am washing my hair, styling it, and whether that's protective, whether it's wash and go, you know, whether it's like twist outs, perm rod outs, flexi rods, whatever it may be, but just to making sure that I commit to the process, commit to styling and, you know, keeping my hair healthy, and then re-moisturizing and caring for it throughout the week. And I've been pretty steady, you know, in that regard. So each week I do sit down. My wash day right now is Monday, and that's because, you know, I have the time right now. I'm not committed to working any particular like job or schedule. So Mondays work for now, and like clockwork on Monday morning, I start my wash day routine, and that's what I do. Now, in the warmer months, spring and summer, so I live in New York, and if you know anything about New York weather in the spring and summer, it's really hot, hazy, and humid. For me, that's typically when I lean on wash and goes a little bit more because of the heat and humidity. You know, my hair just needs more attention, and I find that that's the easiest thing to do in that type of weather, where you kind of keep it short, simple, and sweet without, you know, having to do too much. But in that same space, I cannot just wash or cleanse my hair once a week. So usually in that weather, I'm doing, I would say, anywhere from 2 to 3 washes. I've started, and when I say washes, I mean cleansing, you know, because I'm only shampooing my hair once a week. But, you know, like co-washing or a conditioning wash, there are days that I may just like go in with the conditioner and just kind of rinse and, you know, allow the hair to just suck up some conditioner and moisture. But the co-wash is definitely necessary in the middle of the week, because if I don't, my hair it'll just look like a big frizzy fro, truth be told. So it's something that I have to put more energy into in those warmer months of the year. Now, right now, I'm in South Carolina. So if you're familiar with South Carolina, then you know that they have pretty similar weather to New York. It's super hot here. Oh my goodness. Some days it can be drier heat than what we would experience in New York. But on those days where it is humid, oh my God, it rains so much here, because this is kind of like off the coast, and it's also hurricane season. So like for them, this is like their rainy season. When I say the amount of rain you have to endure here, which we already know is not the best for wash and goes, not the best for styling, but I will say out of all the styles, the wash and go is probably, I guess, the best and easiest to maintain down here, because, you know, if it is something that you have to do your hair frequently, or if it gets wet and it starts to frizz up, then, you know, naturally, like, you're not going to necessarily restyle in the middle of the week, right? Going through 6-7 hours in the middle of your work week. But I will say, in spite of all the rain that has happened here in the last, 10 days, I think my hair has done pretty well. And I do in part that is because I've been, you know, caring for it throughout. I refresh where needed. I have this like little piece up here that tends to get like super frizzy. What I have to do with that is, you know, I'll just take it, it's literally just the top layer. I'll take it, I will like just re-wet it, refresh it, and then add more of like whatever styling products or gel that I put in, and then that'll fix the problem. So that's what I've been doing here. And then, you know, you have days where I feel like maybe I need a little more leave-in, maybe I need a little more styler or gel, then I'll do that. But I've been pretty consistent with just kind of making sure I check in on my hair, because what I did notice here specifically, which is how I know the heat is a little bit drier than back home, is my hair is eating this moisture like it hasn't, like it's dehydrated, you know. And I know that my hair is not dehydrated because I'm constantly adding the moisture in. But that's how hot it is, that it's like literally anything I put in, if I feel it needs the moisture, it drinks it right up. So when you're in hotter climates, you definitely have to be mindful and make sure that you're maintaining like that moisture. I'm not a person that lives by the, if I moisturize my hair on Sunday, I expect it to last until next Sunday without me touching it. I don't think that's realistic, just not for like my hair type, not for the characteristics of my hair. And you know, I'm okay with doing whatever is needed in order to make sure my hair stays healthy and moisturized. If that means I have to reapply moisture every other day, or, you know, add a little leave-in on a daily basis, I'm okay with doing that, you know? I know there are people that they're like, once I do my hair, I don't want to have to touch it, and, you know, like, so they look for products that will give them that moisture throughout the week without their interference, and that's okay too. You know, it's all about what works best for you. I don't know how to feel about this. This says like Scalp Clarifier. I guess I have to feel it out and figure it out once my hair is actually like rinsed of the product. I was expecting like exfoliating in a sense, but I guess not. The fact that this smells like men's cologne. I will say though, since like it calls for you to apply it to the roots first, and I haven't really like worked the product down my hair because it tells you to wet your hair first in order to do that. I do feel like my roots and where the product is near my scalp, my hair has kind of like began to detangle and separate, which is great without like much help from me. Okay, so after sitting here for a little bit and just kind of like taking in the fragrance, it is a little strong. I don't think it's overwhelming, but if you are sensitive to smells, then I can see how it would be overwhelming to someone. I don't know that I'm like sensitive to like perfumes and colognes, because I like, you know, perfume and cologne, but I can see why someone would say it's overpowering, because some people have like super sensitive noses, and that I do understand. Girl. So my hair right now is like, I would say it's at a point where it definitely needs moisture. It's not dry, like 100% dry, because like to the touch, you can still feel like product in the hair, but it definitely by no means is at I would even say an average moisture level, but in nowhere near absolutely a maximum hydration level. So this is like a good place to, for at least for me, I will say a good place for me to, you know, kind of go into my wash day, because that means that my hair is not going to give me a lot of trouble as far as like detangling, you know, going through the wash day process, because it wasn't bone dry to start with. So it's gonna use that little bit of moisture that it has in it to be able to help me have a somewhat seamless wash day. Now, and that's also provided that Mono's hair doesn't do anything to my hair that would make that process more difficult either. Like, first time using the product, I don't know how the product is going to react in my hair, or help make my hair react like once it's actually like wet. Ooh. This feels good. And you can see here, like, my hair is kind of, this is what I'm talking about. So, like, I have the pieces that are kind of commingling with one another from this section, just getting in the way. Really? So once I got all the product through my scalp, I started using the spray bottle to wet my hair and then work the product down. I added a little bit more where it was needed. What I will say, and you know, this is, I guess, my own learning curve. This product was not good for detangling on my hair. It doesn't say to detangle with it on the bottle, so I will put that disclaimer out there. But naturally, when I look for a pre-poo, I'm looking for something that's going to allow me to detangle, or at least start the detangling process, so that when I shampoo my hair, it's not creating excessive tangling. And when I go in with my detangling conditioner post shampoo, it's pretty easy for me to detangle my hair. So I'm on the last part, guys. Initially I was going to do this video as just like a part of my wash day routine, but because this is my first time using this, I'm actually going to put this out as a separate video. And I guess like first impressions. So I'm on the last part of my hair. It has taken me just about an hour to detangle my hair. If I'm being 100% honest, it never takes me this long to detangle my hair as a part of the pre-poo process. Like I said, my normal like go-to for pre-pooing, pulling out my hair, is the African Pride pre-shampoo. 20 minutes usually, and I'm done. And I've had some struggles in some sections getting this through, but you know, I will say the first section was probably the hardest. But the characteristic of that section of my hair, it typically is the hardest to detangle, which I'm not even sure why, because it's not even like what I consider the thickest part of my hair. So I don't know, it's just the way the hair is in that section. So I waited, you know, until I got to some of the, like, I guess, more cooperative sections to determine. But number one, I'm looking at just the amount of hair I've lost from just this process and detangling, which is way more than I would usually lose at this point. And then just how much it's taken me to get through each section, which is not a normal characteristic of my hair. Like, with the proper like slip and water content, it takes me no time to get through detangling my hair. So I would say, you know, I haven't washed out yet, which is, I guess, the last piece I'd be looking for to determine, you know, this product's effectiveness for my hair, as far as like what it calls for, which is, what does it say? Clarifier, scalp and curl clarifier. When I think of a pre-poo, I think of something that's going to help me start the moisture process. That way when I shampoo my hair, the hair is not drying out, you know, to like a bone dry state. And also something that's going to help really start and make the detangle process like super, I don't want to say super easy, but definitely take some of the grunt work out of the actual detangling process. So, you know, I feel like when you think about clarifying agents usually are things that are going to slightly strip your hair of moisture, and that doesn't make for a good detangling situation. And that's kind of how I feel here. My hair doesn't feel like dry or anything, but I can tell you that it does not feel like moisturized in a sense, like not how it feels when I use the African Pride pre-shampoo. there are some dry components to my hair. Like you can feel the, I guess the squeakiness is the best way to describe it. So, you know, for me, I would say, would I use this product again as a pre-poo for what I typically use a pre-poo for? Probably not. If I wanted something like, say, to just put in my scalp to help with the clarifying process, and then I had like my African Pride pre-poo where I could actually pre-poo the rest of my hair, then maybe. I don't know if that's a, you know, taboo because of mixing the two different pre-poos, but would I be willing to try it? Yeah, I would. I would say at that point, if I ran into the same struggles where it was like, it's taking me an hour to get my hair prepped for the shampoo process, I probably would not use it again at that point. But I'm at the end of detangling. It took me exactly about an hour, and I'll jump on and let you guys know how my hair felt after I rinsed it out. But as of right now, would I continue to use this as a pre-poo specifically for like trying to detangle and prep for the shampoo process? I probably would not on its own, not without something that I would consider a an actual pre-poo to help detangle. Long story short, I wouldn't use this product again as a pre-poo. It did help with like cleansing the scalp. It did not have any negative impact with the product that I actually used to wash and detangle my hair. And given the opportunity, I would use it again as a scalp clarifier. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.